HitboTC brand is intended for late teens and adults. Anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching my content. Okay. Attempt number 2. 2. Jump in it, WightKnight.
Ahoy. How
Ahoy.
we all?
Oh,
Yep, I can hear it now.
thank
Yes,
the Whale
fantastic.
Lord.
Thank the whale lord.
Oh my
We're here.
gosh. Guys, I have a new button. Perfect for these situations. It's on my new Go XLR Mini. But sometimes the Whale Lord, you, and all right. Okay, where were we? We're jumping back into this. Everyone knows who WightKnight is. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, you guys heard me introduce you. But if not, he is an amazing creator. Check him out on YouTube and Twitch. He streams there on Twitch exclusively. You're an affiliate over there, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
So if you guys don't know, you can use your Prime account to subscribe to creators for free. So you should do that if you haven't done that. WightKnight's a great guy. So definitely do that.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So, kind of jumping back to the beginning of where we were, you're super creative, out of the box thinking. Let's just ask. I would love to ask you, like, what? Well, let's start where you started. So, like, why did you start creating videos? Because you haven't been. Maybe you have been, but I don't think you've been on the scene super long, right?
No. I'm about to hit around a year since I made my first video, I think it was. So yeah, nowhere near as long as a lot of the other creators out there in this kind of niche.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit difficult kind of starting not at the beginning because there was a lot of hype around the game at launch, obviously.
Yeah. Lots of hype. So much hype.
Yeah, that's right. But I know people like you and Fuzzy and a lot of people started around the Hungry and Deep.
Yep.
But yeah, I played the game since day one, and it took me almost a year to think maybe I want to start doing videos on this game. And it was kind of just it kind of just happened. Hey, I bought a new PC, and I was like,
always
you know
how it
what? I
starts.
see
People buy new toys.
That's right.
Things
That's right.
happen.
I noticed a lot of new players were struggling with the Kraken a lot because I think it recently been updated in Shrouded Spoils or something like that.
Okay.
And so I made a guide video on it, and it's a terrible video. I actually took it down because it was not good.
I was gonna say I don't remember seeing this video,
yeah.
so
it was and it was my first video I've ever edited. I'd never done any kind of video editing in my life before. So I was completely new to the scene.
Nice.
But yeah, I learned pretty quickly that guides weren't necessarily my thing. I wanted to do something, different because there were people out there that were already doing guides. Great, and they were great guides. So I didn't think it was necessary to add more to that.
Same boat, dude. Same boat. You got Fuzzy out there. You got Cynical. You got Jesse Cat 2. You got Falcor even has done some guides.
Yeah, he does some. Yeah, 100%. So I kind of took a step back and I was like, if I want to kind of get into this content creation gig, what do I want to do? How am I going to make my mark?
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where things like the Every series came up, where I started covering every chest and every skull, because when I looked up online, there wasn't really too much on that, especially on the YouTube side of things. And I know a lot of new players just didn't understand what was worth.
For sure.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good way to kind of get into it.
So hold up for 1 second. So what you're saying is you actually did research to see what types of videos aren't done out there?
That's right, yeah.
How dare you be so smart?
Yeah, I see. That's the thing, though. Like, I there's been times in the past where I've, thought, oh, maybe I could make this video, and I've looked up and seen someone's already done it, and they've done it well. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. In fact, funny thing, very recently, when Seabound Soul came out, I was going to do a video on fire, but I was a bit slow, and I looked up who's done a video on fire, and guess who? It was you. So I thought, no, Hippo's done a great video there. He's covered that topic, so I'm not going to bother. And I just don't think it's necessary when there's great creators already making that specific video. I just
Sure.
don't think it's necessary to, make the same thing pretty much.
Yeah.
And when it comes to channels like you and Fuzzy and all that, those kind of guys, you do it really well. And yeah, I don't want to kind of step into that ring, and I don't want to step on anyone's toes and anything like that. So yeah, I
Yeah.
try very hard to be different.
It's very like what you just shared is like I would say a couple things. Like one, I don't think you're ever truly stepping on another creator's toes unless you mimic a video straight up. So just like for all you people watching, like if a video inspires you,
Mm.
there's nothing like I think Fuzzy did. So you brought up fire. What a great example. So I launched update real quick. Update day is stressful for creators.
Oh,
We're sitting there waiting for the servers to load.
yeah,
We've like
yeah.
preloaded in our mind. All right, this is what I'm gonna make. Here's the shots that I'm gonna get. There's so much prep that goes into like video. So that fire video, like I had the whole thing listed out what I was gonna do. I had the shots I had listed out. I had the people, the jokes, like everything was written.
Everything's ready to go. Yeah.
Because a sneak peek here, an insider trick. If you're an insider, you can get to see this stuff a little bit in advance, and you can kind of start formulating ideas around it. But what Fuzzy
it's very
did,
helpful.
it's super. So update day. So, anyways, Fire video came out. But Fuzzy did like a different take on fire, which is really great video. It's like other uses you can do with the fire. So like my fire video covers like the majority of the major stuff. Is like, can you put out fire with vomit? I think like I don't know, like it's good stuff.
That's right.
Like for you, it's great to see. You kind of recognize, but I think there that's what's made you stand out though. Is like you, WightKnight, you've seen what's been created, and it's almost like spotting the holes of
that's right.
There's not a video here, let's do something on that. There's not a video here, let's do something on that. I think it's like I think that's a great way to go about it. Like I think that's very clever, very strategic.
Yeah, I think of it as kind of filling in the gaps, really.
That's a great way, yeah. Well, cool.
Great.
Yeah, so we got that out of the way. I've got that out of the way. Let's talk about something that it's probably one of my favorite videos of yours because I saw it and I was like, dang, I just slow clapped that bad boy because it was really great. In fact, if I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do, the devs noticed this video and it got you onto the creator crew. And I think you know what video I'm talking about. You want to talk about that one a little bit?
The Athena explosion video.
Athena explosion. Yeah, that's right.
It only goes for 90 seconds, but it took about 30 hours of work.
Now, if I remember right, so is it still this way? It might be, but like back then, there was a glitch in the Sea of Thieves where if you like did a line of gunpowders and you shot one, before it would like blow in sequence. Now it was like everything would blow up at once. Right?
Yeah. So it wasn't intentional, and it has been fixed now. So it's now back to chain reactions. But yeah, in this time, it was in the game for about a month, where gunpowder, like you said, you'd shoot one, and if it was in range of other gunpowders, they would all explode at the exact same time. And that's what that initial glitch was. What put the idea in my head. You could almost make a image or a picture or something out of explosions if they're all blowing up at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I came up with the I thought the Athena logo would be a really cool something to make out of gunpowder.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was the amount of research and everything that went into that, because we went to the Shores of Gold simply because it was a high point that you could look down on a flat area. I'm pretty sure it's the only one in the game.
Yeah.
And
without skeletons like totally ruining it.
Yes. Yeah. It was it was a lot of work, and it went wrong a lot of times. The first attempt we made it there with the Shores of Gold with about 150 kegs, and then unfortunately one of the kegs was dropped off the side of the boat by accident, and there goes all 150 kegs.
How long did it take you to get the 150?
We did it about, I think it was 4 times, and I think it was about 4-5 hours of grinding to get 150, because kegs are a pretty hard thing to stack.
You have to go to forts. Yeah,
that's right. And
you gotta go.
Yeah, and then we had another attempt was this galleon chased us around for 3.5 hours.
It
They knew
wasn't
we
me,
didn't
I
have
swear.
anything.
It wasn't me, I swear. Okay, I promise.
I'm
We're
watching you.
playing
I'm
on different
watching you.
servers. You're over in Australia. Different servers, man. It wasn't me.
That's all right, all right. I believe you. But they chased us down for 3.5 hours, knowing we didn't have anything because they boarded us earlier on
Yeah.
and checked. We didn't have any voyages down or anything. They chased us around for 3.5 hours just to blow up our case, and they did eventually, which was really rough. But
Yeah.
the final attempt, we managed to do it.
Nice. You know, I love that story. So like something I was thinking about while you were sharing was what a great example of resilience and consistency that creators you have to have if you're a creator. So like if you're setting out to a content creator, whether it be videos on demand, like you're creating edited videos or you're streaming, you have to. There's gonna be moments that suck, and you just gotta work through them. Like you got to just
Mm,
determine yourself. Like I'm convinced that the best streamers out there are only that way because they never gave up. Like they just kept improving. They just kept getting better. They just kept going after it. And if you if you give up, then you'll never know. Like
100%.
like it would be easy to say to White Knight, like after the second attempt, he's like, you know what? I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
right.
just
Yeah.
done.
And
But
there were times where we were close. We were like, you know what, is this really worth it? You know?
yeah.
But yeah, it was.
But it
And
paid
that's why we
off.
kind of stuck
If
it.
I
That's
if
right.
I know
Yeah.
right, there's something that you have in your possession that you can
That's
show
right.
off to everybody that paid
Let me
off.
get this
Check this thing out.
Oh.
So this is the first ever, first of its kind, exclusive at this point, Creator Crew Xbox controller. That thing looks amazing.
It's very nice. Yeah. It's the I think it's the white phantom, but then it's embedded with this golden creator crew. And it's not just
Nice.
a sticker, that's actually in the controller, which
They
is
didn't
pretty
cut
cool.
corners. They didn't cut corners on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's really good quality. I'm super happy with it. And it's
Yeah.
definitely going on the wall when I move into the studio.
So the lesson could be said, it's worth it. Just gotta hang in
Mhm.
there. Sometimes there's lows, but as creators, like you just gotta push through. I think kind of going back to that main topic that we're on, which is, you know, creative content, creative thinking outside of the box. Um, that's a part of it, right? So like
Mm.
here you hear White Knight kind of describe it a little bit earlier, everyone, but I think you said it so good, dude. Is like you just filled in the gaps. Like
That's right.
you
Yeah.
found a game, but I don't think if I go back and watch some of you, I don't think you're somebody else. Though. I think that's important. Even in
Mm.
filling in the gaps, you do it with your unique style, and I think that's important because
Yeah, of course.
people need to like if they're gonna follow you, if they're gonna bar, and they need to know like the genuine you. And again, I think I said this with Fuzzy, but it doesn't matter what type of creator you are. You just need to sell. So there's so many
Mhm.
great creators out there. Some of them are a little bit more adult. Some of them are family
Yeah.
friendly. I tend to lean more towards that family side. But you got like Pace 22, Summit 1G. You got some big Sea of Thieves out there, and you know they're not necessarily family friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
but
no.
that's okay. They're honest to
That's right.
themselves.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's what's important is being genuine because that's what people pick up on. If you're just some fake person streaming, like
Hmm.
no one's gonna want to watch that. I'm not gonna want to watch that.
Yeah, that's right.
So what would you say White Knight has been like maybe the biggest learning thing for you since the time of creating your channel and first video, which you've taken down now apparently, which we would love to see. You should
Yes.
just re-upload it just for our
Well,
enjoyment.
it's not actually taken down. I just set it to private, so it does
Oh,
still exist on the
there it is.
internet.
Maybe
Maybe one day I can put it back up.
it's just like this was the first video. Ha 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 ha. Re-upload. So what would you say is the biggest like learning thing that you personally have learned starting your channel to where you are now?
It is really you've got to grind. You've really got to grind. and you really don't ever give up. That's the thing. There's been so many times where I've been too tired, or you're just not having a good day or something like that, and you just got to keep going. That's the thing. No matter what, it's kind of like anything in life, though. If you want something, you've got to hustle. You've got to
Yeah,
go for it. And I learned that very quickly making content. That yeah, if you kind of slack off, it's fair enough if you've actually got reasoning for
sure.
not being able to do things, but if you're just not feeling like it, then it's not really a great excuse.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like you talk about taking a break, is like for me,
Mm.
something that I've been doing this week,
Hmm.
waking up early, which is always fun. Editing videos, which is I really do enjoy editing videos, but like the next like week and a half after tomorrow, I'm taking a break from streaming
Yeah,
because I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be with my family. We're
very
family
nice.
Christmas.
Hmm.
My wife and I, our anniversary is coming. Um, it is, but you don't need to know it's the anniversary. Don't even worry about it, people.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 7 years. It's good. Um, but what was I going to say? Oh, like I've been preloading videos to release because that's something
Yeah.
you got to think about as a creator. Is like if you go 2 weeks without releasing a video,
Hmm.
one, probably shouldn't go 2 weeks. But if something comes up, like
Yeah.
gotta do
Yeah.
what you gotta do. You gotta take care of you first. But it's always something you gotta work towards. That
Ye-
consistency, I think, is what I was getting at.
Yeah, 100%. I for example, I was in the States about a month ago now for 3 weeks. And the time before I was leaving, it was hectic because I was working and I was creating videos to post while I was away. Because I thought, it doesn't look very good when you don't post any content for 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of the videos did quite well while I was away, to my surprise, which was good. But I mean, as of right now, though, it's almost been. I think it's been a week and a half since my last video, so I
Look at
should
him. Look at
probably.
him get super nervous. Everybody. He's like, no, don't even worry about it, bro.
Don't
don't
tell
even
anyone.
worry
Don't
about
tell
it.
anyone. No, it's a busy time of year. But yeah, it's important to spend whenever you are free to you know grind, and there is a happy medium there because you don't want to burn yourself out too
Yeah.
much. Um, but yeah, you've kind of just got to know when you've got to be grinding and
Gotta know
when.
when to hold them, guys. I mean, sorry.
That's right.
Dumb. It's dumb.
And know when to fold them. Yeah.
This is
Yep.
gotta know. All right. That's it. I promise. That's it. No, that's good, man. That's good. I noticed over here. So we're gonna take questions, everyone, here at the end. But Silver Surfer just asked a question that really stood out to me. I thought it would be good to just get kind of a thought here. Is he says, for a new content creator, what do you suggest as a review/edit process? How do you guys do it now that you're established? Do you look at yourselves, share with others? How do we? I guess how do we know a video is good? Like, because you were talking about like preload. Like, you can
Hmm.
jump into this feeling of like, is it better to release an okay video, like two of them, or is it better to release a really great video? Just
Yeah.
wait a little while and that.
I think quality over quantity is still a great term to use. And so if I had that option to do what you've just said there, to put two okay videos or one great video, I definitely recommend going with the one great video.
Yeah.
Um,
What about
but
5 okay videos?
5 okay videos, I you see, it's tough there. It is tough to know. Um, but if you're spending 5 videos worth into one video,
Sure.
that might be too many. But at the same time, it's really it's up to you as a creator. Um, but so what was the question? Sorry, it was
It's the question. I know I got us off a little bit. So how do you
no, all good.
suggest like an edit/review process? Like, do you throw your video by anybody? Do you show it to anybody?
So I usually show my Discord mods occasionally when I've got second thoughts about something. I'll go to them and they kind of give me a second opinion, or if they like it, if they don't like it, what's wrong, what's
Have you ever
right.
had them just say straight up like, this video is trash?
Not straight up, but there's definitely constructive criticism, which is important.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
yeah.
I've had a video too where people are like, "Don't do that. No, just hit delete."
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah, it is tough. And then I've also found help in other creators as well. I know I was struggling with thumbnails for a little bit, and I went to Fuzzy and Falcor, and they both came back.
Fuzzy.
Yeah, Fuzzy's a great guy. And I've always known I've always seen, especially in the last 6 months or so, his thumbnails have been really clean, really professional looking. So I went to him for some tips, and he gave me some really great ones, and they paid off really because those thumbnails ended up doing well, and
Yeah.
um, but yeah,
So
and
White Knight, what are the
yeah,
tips? Tell us the
all of the
tips.
all of the
Tell us
tips.
everything. We want to know. I'm sorry, I'm yelling a lot. I don't know.
It's
White Knight's got me
okay.
excited. I don't
Wakes
know what
me
to
up.
say.
Wakes me up. I love it.
It's early there for you, right? It's like 6,
Yeah,
7.
it's 7:30. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm kind of in the pattern at the moment of getting up early and working on streams and videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. What were we talking about? I keep losing track. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's all right. It's actually good. So like we're about 30 minutes into this, and this is about the time where we start taking like just some Q&A from people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So guys, I'm gonna start reading the chat and see if we can't find some good questions. But the one thing I did have, if you want to answer it real quick while I'm looking for some questions, is what were those tips that Fuzzy gave you for better thumbnails?
I I do remember some of them. So let me just pull up some thumbnails here, and I can kind of uh go off them. Where are we?
Go them off.
Something interesting that he pointed out, which I'd never really thought too much about, right, was on a YouTube video, the how long the video is down on the bottom right of the thumbnail.
Okay.
And um and when it comes to like details and stuff like that, there's a saying. I can't remember the saying. Uh but it's about, if you've got a word in the bottom right corner, that little timer is going to block whatever that is, or part of it, and it effectively just makes it look worse.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a huge thing, but to me, and to I mean, to everyone, even if you don't realize you notice this, a lot of people do. And it kind of, if you can put the words up on the left side instead of the right side.
I'm pulling up your
um
thing right.
um
I mean, I need to just
yeah.
incognito window because you guys will actually see my name. Should be
Outrageous.
showing right now. Can't do that. Okay.
um
So I have it pulled up. So I have your YouTube pulled up. I see Maiden
Mhm.
Voyage Vault, Hyrian Noob Slaves.
You'll notice that that's a bit of a rough video. But if you notice, I've got all the recently I've got all of the text on thumbnails on the left side, and that was simply just because of the timer on the right. Because
Makes
if you
sense.
go down further, you'll see that I used to have them on the right, and often that little timer would block the last letter or something like that, or and it just helps with that, making the thumbnail look cleaner and stuff like that.
I got what you're
Um,
saying.
and then when it comes to photoshopping, it adding that depth of, if you're highlighting something in the thumbnail, like where are you at? If you go kind of back up to those newer ones,
Yeah, I see 'em.
I tend to always have something, there's a focus point in the picture. So I always highlight them, put a little bit of lighting around them, and then blur out the background a bit. And it kind
Yeah.
of focuses the shot on them. And then you can go a step forward and bring that thing that you're trying to highlight and actually put it in front of the text just a little bit to add that depth. Which I found looks really clean and professional. And again, that was all tips from Fuzzy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Another great creator. Yes, to see with the Meg there, its point is kind of over the word. It's just little things like that. People pick that up,
It is does help to have engaging thumbnails because you want to create something that stands out
Mm.
that will get people to click, but at the same time, have a bit of a brand. Because I saw that with yours, it's like you use a consistent font, um,
Yes. Yes.
and you use
100%.
pretty much the same colors, and like it takes a little bit to establish what that is. What that is.
Hmm.
Like I'm still like I'm now. I think I've landed on like what I want my creator crew to like, and like my proposal will have this like you, but then like just my traditional gold 3D text font over Adventures for Sea of Thieves because that's what I went off of that for,
Hmm.
but I noticed the view count went down, so I actually think that affected it. So when I went back to just the text, which takes me a little bit long, people started to click it, which just goes
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
point of font looking thumbs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've always noticed that with your thumbnails as well. You see that golden text, and I'm like, oh, that's Hippo's video, you know. Um, and I think your branding that you've done for your channel is really well done. It's very consistent and it's very clean. So when people see, those colors and that logo, they instantly think of you, you know. And I think that's done really well on your channel.
Oh, thanks, man. I had actually I got stupid lucky. So there's an amazing artist in, and
Hmm.
I sent them. Don't judge me. But I sent them Ninja's logo, and I was like, I love how simple this is. A couple others out there, and I'm
Yeah,
like, can
yeah.
you create for me um a cursed captain logo? Because if the channel, like my channel, will eventually go off of Sea of Thieves. Like eventually, Sea of Thieves won't be around, but I still will. Okay, like
That's
I'm
right.
not going
Yes.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like we're
No, I think
talking
we're all in the
10,
same boat
10,
there. Yeah.
15 years from now. So like we can't
Mm.
put all of our cards and our branding into Sea of
Mhm.
Thieves because eventually, like any game, amazing. Eventually, it goes away. Like it just
That's right. Mm.
list a bunch of games, but Final Fantasy VII. Like, granted, that's coming back, but my point is still there. The branding, but I always wanted to nod to Sea of Thieves. So like when I had
Mhm.
this person kind of create it, like they nailed it. Just the Cursed Captain is kind of this branding thing that I've done. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
nailed it. But I think your branding also stands out. So a good point. I got Exodus Blaze a question here for you. So he wants to know what's behind the green screen. You don't have to answer
My bed.
that. Where he sleeps.
I that is my sleeping area. I think the first time I ever used my face cam, I didn't have the green screen yet, so you can see my whole room there. Room review. but but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to be moving out in the next 3 weeks, which is pretty exciting.
Nice.
So we're going to be setting up a whole new kind of area, which is going to be really good. And hopefully I'll have a wall behind me, so I'll be able to put, the controller up on the wall. I've got
Right
some
on the
great things
wall.
coming
Get a
from Nerd
shelf.
Propellant.
Shelf, bro.
Yeah,
Shelf.
that's it. 100%.
I got a great question here from Adlam. So he says, how long on average do you both take to edit a single video? So I'll let that go to you first. And he says, I'm going from one extreme to another is what he's him. So
Right.
what about that for
I
you?
tend I consider myself to be a pretty slow editor. Um, I do get distracted a lot. That's a big problem of mine. So and um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just because I'm still this is only my first year doing video editing. I've got what 50, 60 videos up so far. And that it sounds like a lot, but and it is a lot of hours put into all of that. But
Yeah.
to be really great at video editing, it takes years of trial error and practice and yeah. And I need to I'm currently with a video editing app that I'm not really enjoying, so I want to kind of move away from that and
What are you
go to a
using?
different application. It's called Filmora. See, when I first begun, I just went for the easiest thing I could find because I
Sure.
had no clue what I was doing, and I've kind of stuck with it this year. But now that I'm getting into the more kind of complicated side of editing,
Yeah.
I just find that it's not as helpful as it was at the beginning.
Gotcha.
But yes, it really depends on the video, how long it'll take me. But I'll spend a good 4 or 5 hours minimum on a video, and if it's a longer one, it can be a lot longer than that as well.
And that's just the editing process.
And that's just the editing. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I think that's where I probably have a little bit of an advantage. So professionally in my day job that pays for me to do stuff and support my.
Yep.
Obviously, guys, if you don't know, this doesn't do that.
Yes, that's right.
This is all extra. So anytime you guys are out there and you like give towards or donate towards a creator like WightKnight, myself, Fuzzy, Falcor, even though Falcor's, I think he hit 60,000.
Yeah,
and he
crazy.
just went full time with. Still,
Yeah.
it's just like as a content creator, most people can't do this. What it is?
No.
So
No.
it's all side hustles. Like I'm doing this interview over my lunch break. I will be working through like lunch. Basically, is kind of what's going on. But what was I going with my thought? Oh, so my day job, like my real job, has been video editing. So I kind of have a bit of an advantage. I've been a video editor for 10 years. So when I sit down to edit a video, it only usually takes me like just
Yeah.
But that, like, I love what you said there, WightKnight. It takes time, and it kind of goes back to an earlier point I think we're making, which is like gotta start somewhere, and there's no shame to. My first video I ever made was with like there's no shame to where you start.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There is shame to never starting. Like if you have ideas, have like great head, but you never get out there to try. That's where the shame. Like you go for it.
You've got to try.
Not give
yeah,
up.
100%. For sure.
Let's see. I want to reach out and start doing YouTube. I'm absolutely trash at timing. Tips to keep your head in the game. Crow Tuck. What's up, dude? Go for it. You want me to ask the question again?
Yeah, no, I can see. So I think it's really important to try and get rid of all kind of distractions. I turn my phone on do not disturb and throw it into my pillow.
Which is on the other side of the green screen.
Yep, that's right. Yep, so I can't see it or hear it. And I have a coffee, so I'm focused, got heaps of energy, and I find that's when I do my best editing, and that's when I can edit the quickest. Also, when you're focused up.
Yeah.
But yeah, time management with edit, it's tough. It really is tough. I work as a I do full-time hours, but I'm actually employed under casual, so I do hours all over the place. I don't have a set kind of Ross. Yeah, which does make it pretty tough, and it's really hard to keep track of having a video schedule or even a stream schedule when you work those kind of hours. But I just find whenever I've got a chance, whenever you got a spare hour, go jump on, do some editing or capture some clips or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Kind of goes. I like what you're saying there because it goes back to this. You gotta, as a content creator, you gotta hustle. Like you gotta be willing
100%.
to sacrifice some personal, like time for yourself. Now,
Yes.
not all of your personal time. Like you need to still take care of yourself. Like you need to be
Absolutely.
in a good, healthy
Yeah.
mental spot. And there's moments where I'll stop editing and like watch The Mandalorian or go for a walk.
Yeah.
This is the way.
100%. This is the way. Yeah.
No spoilers here, guys. We're not spoiling nothing. Mandalorian, watch it. I know for a fact right now, WightKnight has seen Star Wars before anybody else here watching because he lives over there twice.
Twice. I watched it again last night.
One time. What was I gonna say? But hustle. You gotta hustle. Like you gotta be willing to like go for it. So I love what you said there. Is like when you have a spare moment, you're giving up something that you could do that would be relaxing or just fun, enjoyment, or whatever. But like you want to make this into something. You gotta work
100%.
for it. Like you got to work for it.
That's it. Yeah. And like you said before, it is important to kind of, you've got to have some time for yourself. Otherwise, you get burnt out and you can, it's unhealthy from a mental point of view.
Yeah.
But you've got to figure out, you don't want to give yourself too much of that that time as well. It's hard. It's up to your personal preference, obviously, but you've just got to know when you should be, grinding and when you should be, taking some time for yourself.
Yeah. Yep. That's good. It's good advice.
Mm.
I think my best uh tip out there for time management. You need to project manage yourself. So like, there's a couple apps out there that are free that you can use. Do that. You can go old school, like notebook. Buy a notebook, write your ideas down in it. Go that way. I have a whiteboard on my wall right over here, where all like, as things come up in my mind, I literally have a thing that says, and then underneath that, I'll just start writing this video, and it just
Yep.
reminds me of these videos that I have. Because sometimes, like, you have a great moment, but you have to like record a great thing. You have a
Mm.
funny idea of how to put this video together, but you got to go do something else. So like, you forget
Yeah.
about some stuff. So writing that down is always good.
It's it's very important to write things down. I just going off track a little bit. I work in a gambling bar, so I kind of pay out cash and stuff. But often on a quiet night, be sitting in this box for 8 hours and not have much to do. And what I found was it's a great place to come up with video ideas. Um, and some of my best videos, personally, they have come while I've been at work, and I
Yeah,
just write them down on a piece of paper,
yeah,
and yeah, the Athena explosion came from while I was at work. The every chess video came for while I was at work.
nice.
It seems to be my thinking space, which is a bit weird. But you have a great idea, make sure you write that down somewhere. Because it can get lost in, this hectic world. You can forget pretty easily. I know I can.
Yeah, dude, get some water, bro.
No,
Self
no, I'm good. I'm
care,
good.
man.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Speaking of water, I have a Hydro flask. You have to keep yourself like motivated to drink water while you're streaming, because
No, it's important. Yeah.
you gotta drink water,
Hydration. Yes.
not real
I've got
life
my drink
grog
bottle
while you're
right here, but I forgot to fill it up.
this guy. Oh, cool. Cool. The app I forgot to mention, it's Asana, Asana. Asana is a free app that you can use. You can use it on your phone. So like, if you more like electronic lists, check that out. It's a great project.
Just a question on that. Can you link it with your PC and your phone?
You can. It's an
Oh,
online
great.
app.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah, right.
Download an app for it on your online. Goose has a great question here. For you, if Sea of Thieves you remember Goose? I think you
I
guys
love
sailed.
Goose. He's a
Yeah, he's a
great
great
guy.
dude. He just hit
Yep.
1,000, you guys.
I know. I know.
Come on,
Congratulations to Goose.
dude. Awesome. He asked the question: if Sea of Thieves shut down suddenly, what game would you?
Well, that would be pretty unfortunate if Sea of Thieves shut down
It would.
suddenly.
It would suck. It would suck. It would be a bummer.
What game? That's pretty hard. I think I'd want to go something with that has the same kind of creative capabilities as Sea of Thieves. So like Minecraft or No Man's Sky or uh y- not some single player that's just going to send you in this one direction, but also not any, huge MMOs. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's again, it's up to your personal preference what you enjoy to play. But I find games like Sea of Thieves and No Man's Sky and Minecraft, they've got that creative capability. You can really explore different avenues
Yeah.
of content.
Make your own thing. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
I would say if Sea of Thieves shut down, hey, it would
Mm-hmm.
way to the way
That'd really
that it
suck.
would come back.
Yes.
I would probably turn to, like you said it, No Man's Sky, Minecraft, Red Dead Redemption 2, like
Yeah,
something
that's another good one. Yeah, yeah.
that we're doing on my Discord, working on like an RPG server that will be exclusive, that is on our Discord community, and figuring out how to like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but basically we're gonna be the Black Death gang, old school Western. This is gonna be super awesome.
that's
Um,
awesome.
but like Red Dead, and then there's like games that are coming out that I think will be a blast to play, like uh, any of the Halo games. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, of
Halo
course.
games are great.
Halo's a great one. Yep,
Uh,
yep.
but Minecraft Dungeons looks.
That does look cool.
Diablo feel to it.
Yeah, yeah. I've also noticed that Hightail. I know it's not due to come
Yes.
out for quite a long time still, but I think that looks really great. I know it's very Minecrafty, but it just looks like it's got
Yeah, I'm on
a
the
lot
newsletter
more.
for that. Dude. That game
I
looks
yeah.
awesome. So
It
good.
does look really yeah. I could see myself definitely on that when that game eventually comes out. But but yeah, it would definitely suck if the Sea of Thieves just went down. Maybe for Sea of Thieves 2.
I hope
Revenge of the Flameheart.
Revenge of the Flameheart. He's if Sea of Thieves 2 is called Revenge of the Flameheart, this guy needs a bonus, a raise from Rare or something.
Hire me, Rare, please. Oh man.
Oh, it's good, man. Well, we're kind of wrapping up. I want to try to keep these things not super, but we haven't, even me personally as a creators, we haven't actually had a lot of communication before. But it's been
No, well, this is our first kind of voice call, isn't it? And we haven't had a chance to jump into a game yet.
yeah, not yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the
One
future with
hundred
certain
percent. Yeah.
creators, we're trying to set
Yeah,
something
for
up.
sure.
I think someone wanted to get you, me, Cynical, and was it Falcor together?
Yeah, he's he's quite active in my community now these days. That guy, he emailed a bit me about it and everything. He was really keen for that to happen, and I'm definitely on board. I talked to Cynical about it. He said he's on board.
Yeah,
And I saw you on Twitter. You said you were on board as well. Yeah,
yeah. I think
I think that would be something really cool.
yeah, maybe we'll see something like that in the future.
Mm.
I know. So something I was going to mention. This is going to be the last Creator Crew episode for the year. But in January, speaking of Falcor, Falcor said he'd jump on for episodes. So I'm excited about that. It'll be fun to see. So WightKnight. What I'm
That's
saying
awesome.
is, get all your questions in, and I'll ask Falcor, and he won't. He'll spill the beans on how he does
Spill
it.
all the beans.
He
How
will.
he's managed to get 60K in Sea of Thieves. Crazy.
Honestly, he's done it. In my opinion, from what I've observed, he's done it for being himself.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also done it by helping other creators. Like
Yes. Yes.
there's no bad blood against Falcor. Like
No,
anywhere.
there is.
Like
Everybody loves him. Yeah.
the dude
100%.
genuinely is out there trying to help people. I know I can reach out to him. He doesn't like he's busy. He doesn't always answer
He's a busy
right
guy.
away. But
Yes.
when
Yes.
he does, like he drops that knowledge.
Mhm.
He really helps. Just like Fuzzy,
Yep.
just like Crow's. Like all these guys are great. That's something that's super special about Sea of Thieves, and hopefully, as all of our channels grow, don't lose touch. Sea of Thieves.
No,
Touch
100%.
with other creators.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Sea of Thieves really has a great community, and I can definitely see it even after the game eventually goes away.
Yeah, long time from now.
Oh,
Long
100%.
time from now.
100%. Maybe we'll get Sea of Thieves 2. Revenge of the Flameheart.
Yeah, Revenge of, or
after
Sea of
that.
Thieves 3. Revenge of the Flameheart's Revenge. Like,
Yes, great.
see what I
It's
did
gonna be a
there?
whole
See what I
trilogy.
did there?
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
like
be.
that. I like that.
Hopefully, they're more creative than that, though. Hopefully.
What do you mean? That's top tier.
Top tier, you guys. Top tier. Well, WightKnight, dude, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for answering some questions with chat.
No worries at all. It's been great. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's good. It's this new. I've personally been enjoying the Creator Crew thing. I know when I'm thinking ahead, like we talk a lot about planning. We talked about it today, and kind of like what you do. Like for me, one of my big passions is to try to help other creators create, produce, and stream content. So when I'm looking ahead to 2020, we're gonna see more of these types of things. Right? Down with amazing creators like WightKnight, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go over to his channel, hit subscribe. Go to his Twitch, hit follow, and if you haven't subscribed with somebody on Prime, link your Amazon Prime account, hit subscribe on WightKnight on Twitch. Okay.
Thank you.
Help creators out when you can. Because it does mean a lot to us. Most of us are doing it just because you've created like a community around it, and like I'm sure you've gotten stories like, or just sharing like, your video made me laugh and brightened my day when I really needed it. and
Yep.
like there is some monetary value that comes with getting content in YouTube channels, but it's not enough to say like, oh, I can do this full time or whatever.
Yes.
It's only enough to really cover the expenses that come with streaming, like and
That's
content
right.
creation.
Yes.
But it's really the stories that we hear of people's days being lifted up. Like I had somebody say like they just lost a relative and they were in a dark place and they stumbled upon like old videos of mine and they thought it was hilarious and they really enjoyed the
That's amazing.
family aspect of what I have on the channel. It's just that laughter, like that genuine like laughter. I think that's what it is. And like I said, I'm sure you have tons of, right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. No, it's been it that's the thing that kind of gets you hooked as well. It's those stories that really they make your day when you hear something like that.
Yeah, spot on, 100%. Well, man, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I a couple people in chat, so I might keep this up for a little chat with some people. But WightKnight, thanks, man.
No
We need to
worries.
set
Thank you
up
very
that
much for having me.
sale. Yeah, we need to set up that
Yes,
sale between you, me, and
100%.
Cynical. Let's get that done.
Let's do it. 100%.
All right, dude. That's it for this one. And guys, the next stream I'll plan last creator this year. Because like I said earlier, I'm going on vacation next week. So look forward in January. I'm gonna try to get Falcor to be if he does it. I think he will. He said he would. Just when? That's the question. Anyways, we'll see you guys later.